Okay. Welcome to Into Theology. You normally know us as somebody who geek out over books over a long period of time. Took us a year and a half to get through the Institutes by Calvin, and now we've been like 6, 7 months in the midst of a shorter book like Confessions. But we love books so much that we want to talk about more, maybe even a shorter shrift. And so what we're going to do here as part of our podcast is just introduce some books that we really appreciate, books that have impacted us, formed us, maybe some new books that have just come out that we're interested in potentially reading. And so here, what we're going to do is we're going to start very appropriately, considering how oriented towards the Psalms Augustine's Confessions are. We wanted to think of another great theologian from a more recent past, Dietrich Bonhoeffer, and a collection of his thoughts on the Psalms. And so we know Bonhoeffer as the martyr under in the 1930s, where he was executed under the Hitler regime in Germany. So he was somebody who stood against that tyranny. And he was a very godly man. The Psalms were very important for him in his seminary in Buchenwalde for the Confessing Church. And so I'm going to turn things over now to my honorable and very august co-host, who's going to discuss a little bit about Bonhoeffer and the Psalms.
So this book on the Psalms is called Psalms, the Prayer Book of the Bible by Dietrich Bonhoeffer. It's like 80 pages of tiny pages. Anybody could read this book in probably 3 hours in one sitting, or easily in a week. The reason I recommend it, it's just a good little godly, Christ-centered meditation on the Psalms that can encourage you from a guy who knew suffering, who knew the stakes of faith. He has a bunch of chapters on creation, law, history, the Messiah, the church, suffering, etc. It's worth your time to at least read it. You maybe won't agree with every sentence, but you're going to love the Christ-centered focus.
Who is it that publishes that particular edition?
Well, this is the Augsburg edition. I know there's other ones out there. You can just find it on Amazon, find a used copy. There's like a newer one, I think, where Walter Brueggemann does an intro to it. I wouldn't choose that edition for various reasons that I won't say here. Anyways,